Alright, so next episode for today. I just ended the last one talking about all the rust we cut out, what we're going to do, patches and whatnot. And so today, now, it's still today, going to be making templates for all these patches. Another thing I forgot to mention is, like, in watching these videos, other people's videos, finding out what are the right tools for the job and realizing I don't have the right tools and I need to do something better, and then all of a sudden life is so much easier, my quality of work goes way up and all the good things. So, what was that I was noticing? Oh yeah, welding. So I was like, under the impression before, you weld, you grind it down, and you prepare it and all this stuff. Didn't realize what I need to be doing is having one of these little, I think like 3-inch or 2-inch, grinding sandpaper wheel things to do finer stuff, so I don't go through the metal as much. So I've done that, and made mistakes and I've learned. And I think, like I said in the last one, there's all sorts of going to be tons of hidden mistakes in this thing. Sucks, but that's how you learn, and it's just going to get better and better. So that's I guess that's the good side of it. And then the next cars I work on are going to be even better and better as my skill level keeps getting better and better. But that's kind of the point, is to learn, grow, have fun, all this stuff. So what we're going to do today, I think everyone says this, but I totally mean it too, is going to make templates. So this is how I do things. Probably not the best way, but it's a way, and it seems to be working for me. So I got some old printer paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up against the there we go, up against the car where the hole is, and rub my dirty finger around it, and it's going to trace an outline for me. And so it'll be like, ta-da, there it is. And then what I like to do is I put a little arrow that shows which direction is up, so I can orient it how I need to. And sometimes I put a little description on there as to what exactly the thing is that I'm making a template of. So I'm making templates. When we get to these little holes and maybe some of the other smaller stuff, I've got just scraps. I'll probably just place that under there and hit it with a marker, and voila, there it is. Just cut it from there. Those ones I'll have to make sure to cut on the outside of the marker, whereas the templates with the paper I'll have to cut on the inside of the marker, and then there'll still be a little bit of fitment issues after that. So that's the plan. Let's do it. So, share with you what's been done. You saw all the metal pieces. I got a little tub of scraps here. They're useful for little things like this. I don't have to get the whole sheet out and mess with direct templates. So, got a lot of those, which is great because scraps. Then I've got this piece here for the corner. You can see where it folds, and there we go. So we'll lay it down flat. I'll mark the edges draw a line, then put it on the bench vise, hammer it over, get a nice little bend on there, and so we can put that in place. This down here goes for the bottom, and I put it on the right side. So what I want to do, I don't want to cut out too many of these pieces across the bottom first. I'm just going to do, because one at a time. This is about as wide as I can get. One, because of the paper, and two, I start bigger pieces, I make bigger mistakes. So anyhow, so that's up. And then I had a little bend so I could kind of have an idea with the flange, and so I cut that off, so I'll put like a proper size flange. I think it's, what is it, 3, half inch or little 5/8, something, I don't know. Probably do half inch, then cut off the extra later, and then weld the seam shut after I know what I'm done, everything. So there we go, we'll do that. So next step is cutting. I think something I don't know if I mentioned with this one or with the car or not is what I'm thinking about this is once I get all these patches in, that's the rust. And there's still a bunch of green here in the inside the trunk, so I'm going to take the wire wheel to that, clean it up really nice, get the rust converter, primer, all on that. With these edges, I think I'm going to hold off on these just because I'm excited, because the next stage after that is I'm going to take the body off. I got some casters I'm going to put on the bottom of the pallet, just set the body on the pallet so I can scoot it around as I need to. I've done that with some of the extra engines and the GT6, and man, what a game changer, because it's just, I can take this like heavy car that doesn't roll and just like, a little effort, scoot it around. These super heavy engines, I can like tuck them away in a corner. They're on little dollies with casters, so that's been a really cool thing to have now. So, I got sidetracked. We'll take the body off, and then we'll be able to start working on the chassis, which is exciting, because I've stripped the chassis down. It was in great shape, except for there's one patch by the front shock tower on the right side that I'm going to need to replace or cut some metal out and weld some fresh metal in. Other than that, it's in really, really good shape, I think, because everything was like leaky and greasy and so forth. It was all that oil preserved the metal. So I had to scrape it all down, get all the dirt dauber's nest out of there. So I've got a good ways with the frame. So once the body's off, then it's just like a matter of taking the wire wheel and the paint stripper and all the stuff and sandblaster for the nooks and corners, nooks and crannies, the things, and then paint it. Real fun stuff begins, because I've got like bags of parts over there, all the stuff, bushings, shocks, springs. Haven't got the differential yet. I'll get that. Put it all together. The transmission's like ready to go in whenever the car catches up, and then I'll get to start working on the engine, which is exciting. I'm looking forward to that. But anyhow, I'm gonna go to putting this on metal, cutting these pieces out of metal, and that's what we're doing next. so there's a little marathon of like cutting out metal pieces. And no shirt fires today, that's nice. I'm wearing this thing's got holes in it. It's brittle. It ignites easy. I'll take some of these. We'll do in just a second. Then I'm gonna put reflection of the sun. Wait, where is it? There it is. Hey, now you can see. Okay, so there I am. We'll put these bins where these lines are, and so that's the next thing we're gonna do. Alright, you'll have to pardon the mess. There's always messes. It's like I start cleaning and then I start working and I make an even bigger mess. So, it is what it is. Something I meant to mention, and you probably noticed I was like cleaning up all my edges after cutting them. That's, I think, super important because otherwise you have these razor sharp edges sticking out, which are like no fun. I've had like a piece drop and I reach down to grab it and like slice my finger wide open and blood gushes everywhere and all that stuff. So, yes, smart idea to clean your edges up. Let's kind of get you over here looking in the direction of the vise. It's right there. Zoom action. Alright. So we'll get to banging these out. So this one is actually Alright, so I think that's about it for today. I'm starting to get a little bit tired. That's when I make mistakes and do stupid things. So, got a lot done. Cut out all the rust. Cut all the different patches. Got them out. There were a couple of them that I forgot. I forgot to mention that, but after like I cut the camera off, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do those. There's like some places, the bumper, where there was on the outside of the body where I took the bumper off and cut all the mounts off, so some pieces to weld those flush, and so yeah, that's about where we are. So later.